I mean, for you watching this reaction, if I'm brutally honest, I think I can beat her and Mai. Well, maybe not her. Mai, though. I think I can beat Mai. We know Mai's power is gun, so all I need is another gun.
If somebody's power is gun, they're probably better at you with
Better
gun.
at me. Look, I've been me for as long as I can remember, and I'm as good at me as I can be.
They're probably better than you at gun.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we're back with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Getting into the numbered episodes now. How about you go and remind us of what happened last time?
Last time was a whole bunch of fighting and violence. It was a good time. It was a conflict between Mahito, Yuji, and Nanami. And we got to see more of the building power, it seems, of Mahito, who created his own domain. Which Nanami was basically like, oh, I'm basically dead. Hey, thanks. But Yuji broke into the domain. Something happened. They did give an explanation, but basically it turned into a battle between Ryuman and Mahito, where Ryuman was like, nah, bitch, boom. But Mahito got away, and it looks like we are going into a tournament arc of sorts.
Yeah, I forgot that part. So in my head, you said Nanami, and I'm like, wasn't that Junpei? I was like, ah, shit, I'm thinking about past episodes.
Also, I'm pretty sure most of the students are not aware that Yuji is alive yet, still.
Oh, right, I believe that was one, something we brought up, and two, something he says, like, near the end of the episode, like, they'll be so surprised.
I believe so.
There we go. When you said that, I forgot Ryuman had actually had an encounter with Mahito, so that wasn't a red line that I had. Speaking of which, the board. Anything you see that I might be forgetting? Because obviously Junpei is dead, so I realized I didn't X him out when I was going back over stuff.
No, I'm not seeing anything that I think is being forgotten.
Or did you forget?
No, I think we're good.
So we got Takuma here, who got left behind in the sewer by Nanami at the beginning of the episode,
Yep.
I believe it was.
Yes.
We obviously have Junpei's dead mom. Shota just has a hey, be better thing, so he's not dead or anything.
Yep.
I guess maybe I should connect, so, yeah. I think, what are we using on this one? Black? I think black is the color we're using here. They're obviously tied together because they were in that last scene like, hey, don't bully kids anymore. And he's like,
Yeah.
what of it? I can't use my right arm anymore. Left arm? This is left arm?
I can't use my arm anymore.
I'm pretty sure he was like facing the teacher and it was like this side, so it must have been the left arm.
I will not ever remember that level of detail in this moment.
Well, you might want to in a fighting anime because it's gonna be one of those twists of a scene like, oh no, you didn't think I could hit you with this arm, and you're gonna be thinking, why wouldn't he hit you? Oh, that's right, 7 episodes ago he broke that arm, and it.
If it's a main character, sure, but I don't count that as a main character.
I don't know. Remember we had the whole conversation of this being like an ensemble show?
True.
Which is gonna make it more difficult, especially when this is supposed to be the complex power system show as well.
Yes, but that's also a character that's not been shown to be a part of the powerful people.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think he's nobody because I put him here on the bottom with everybody? That's like a civilian?
No, I think he's nobody because we've only seen him as a bully and not as like any, not even a bully in like the main school we're in.
I don't know. We've only seen 4 schools. I don't know. It's just a crazy thing for you to say, considering that you thought this person was super important because we saw them for 2 minutes, 1 minute. You thought a
Oh,
whole you thought a whole episode was gonna revolve around
they
them.
still might be.
Okay, they don't even go to school. They're not
True.
even part of the 4 schools that we see.
I know.
Using your
They're
own system.
they're the big bad.
Well, I mean,
That is not a prediction.
that's alright. I don't think this is. I think Mushoku Tensei is the show you're getting prediction tracked on. I think this is the show where people are going to show up later and tell us why we were wrong about how powers work. Or actually, if memory serves, this is going to be the show where people are going to show up just to tell us how powers work, apropos of nothing.
Hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because by the time we see the comment, we'll see it. We'll already have seen it.
Yeah, it'll be fine. You'll just have to sit there and listen to me reading somebody else's TED talk.
It's okay. I will listen to the opinion of Tedifer anytime.
Tedifer is Panda's nickname.
I don't
Teddy Bear, Panda Bear,
know.
Tedifer. Anyway,
I like it.
anything else to add before we get into this?
No.
Predictions that you do want to make?
No. I don't have enough knowledge going in to make a viable prediction.
How about this? Because I feel like we got to say something before we jump into what's being posed to us to be a tournament of some sort.
Yes.
Given that you don't know everybody yet, which is why I haven't put in for like the artist to change the character here, because I don't want you to be put down as the principal. If you might change your mind before we reach anything.
Yep.
Of the students that we know, I almost put Riemann in there. Of the students we know, who do you think is gonna win?
Hmm. There's a couple obvious choices, but
What are the obvious choices?
Yuji is an obvious choice, so is Megumi.
Why? Because Ichi's the main character?
Yeah.
And Megumi because Ryuman said something about Megumi?
And because it's the first character we were introduced to.
I thought obvious choice was going to be the only third here.
No, that's too obvious.
You know, like the adult that enters the fighting tournament that's populated by children.
Adult's gonna get bodied by this guy.
Why specifically?
Because he's the most physically different in appearance.
Okay. You don't remember what his power is, do you?
It's something about speaking in time.
Speaking in time. Yeah, he's the guy who says salmon all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't know if any attention's been brought to this, but Mai Zenin and Maki Zenin.
Yep. No, so I think they're gonna
schools.
fight. It'll be cool, but they'll leave each other exhausted to lose the next fight.
I just don't know if we ever covered
Panda.
I just don't know if we ever covered the fact that they were related because we never.
I think they said it in the episode, or one of them. You know what? Panda. I'm giving Panda the win.
Okay, so you're pulling a Griffin. Just being obsessed with the panda bear.
Not even obsessed with the panda bear. I just think it'd be fun.
All right, well that's your prediction. Obviously, I gotta go with my guy here. Even though one might say it's unfair for me to predict anything because I've watched this already, but
I don't think so. If you want to go with your guy, go with your guy.
well, I'm just saying that would indicate that possibly my guys would win, right? If I'm going to say the guy who's watched it already says I'm putting my money on this guy. At the same time, though, it's my guy. Maybe I'm going to root for my guy even if he loses.
That is my full expectation.
All right. Well, that's enough monkeying around then. I guess we should go ahead and get on into it.
Let's do it.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
Not censored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, Lava Dude. Jogo, if I believe right.
I don't like that his pipe looks to be alive.
I think it is. Might be a curse.
体はだいぶ戻ったようだね。
まあな、ここは居心地がいい。人間ども寄りつかん。
肉体がないのも考えもんだよね。
I actually thought Jogo was in the
自
water.
己保管の効率悪いし。
マヒト、お前も随分と消耗しているな。
あ、バレた？スクナと器、あいつら天敵でさ。たまたま手に入ったおもちゃから始まった遊びだったけど、なかなかうまくいかないね。最初は良かったけど。やっぱり人質取って、はっきり縛り作らせるべきじゃなかった？こいつ殺されたくなかったら、スクナに体あげちゃって。いや、
I don't think that would work either.
自分が自分に課すものだ。
Not because of the
Got
reason
it.
he said, I just think Yuji would have just thrown fists.
あれの形を変えず、普通に致命傷を与えればよかったかな。そうすればスクナの反転術式で直せたかも。
分をわきまえろ、知れ者が。
いや、あの性格だ。どちらにしろ断ってたか。そうか。スクナに触れて分かったけど、とりあえずゲトウのプランを軸に進めていいと思う。スクナにはそれだけの価値がある。
指をすべて集め、少なに献上するか。結果わしらが全滅しても。
The idea of the more fingers Yuji absorbs, the harder Sukuna would be to control, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's part of their plan. I think that's just a reality of what they said to Yuji at the very beginning.
まず光線の保有する6本の指を回収する。
Agreed. I think it's yeah, I think we're looking at a case of keep on feeding the prize pig.
放っておいても勝手に食うだろう。
光線上層部は虎杖裕二の器としての強度を
Yeah, that's what they're talking about now.
何本目から暴走するかとね。取り込ませるのは全ての指を揃えた後さ。例外を除いてだけど。すぐ食べさせたい。それまで待てないだろう。最悪、虎杖裕二が上に消される可能性もある。
虎穴にいらずんばか。
Right, because Yuji's entire existence is, we're going to kill you at some point.
そのために手持ちの指を
Not the bad guys, I mean his own allies.
Yes, which is a very disconcerting existence.
New opening.
Okay.
It's funny 'cause it's one of my sticking points when I'm watching, I don't know what, Macross. I think that's Macross is a 80s to 90s show so far. It's got the one opening, no matter how many episodes you watch.
There's
So-
our good guys.
Some 30 episodes in now, I'm losing ability to talk about stuff.
Fair enough. Here's some of the bad guys.
Cool, they're mingled. I mean, unless you have a different point of view, I want to say protagonists and antagonists. just also remembering that this stuff doesn't go on YouTube, so maintaining the conversation.
Yeah.
While trying to also let you watch it since it's your first time seeing the opening.
Electric guitar.
Well, that's important, actually. Keep that in mind.
Got it.
Also, the one character in there that I don't think you're ever going to recognize until later is still in the openings.
Got it.
わかった。じゃあ、廃棄のおにぎりでキャッチボールしながら、政教分離について語ろうぜ。動画上げて炎上しようぜ。
Is that even a thing in Japan?
お一人でどうぞ。何がわかったんだか。五条悟の大好きなところで山手線ゲーム。全部。その調子で頼みますよ。今の虎杖君にはそういうバカさが必要ですから。重めの任務をいくつかこなしてもらう。重めって。
What, like cursed womb? That was pretty hard.
ななみ、吉野ってこの家にあった指について有事に言ってません。彼の場合、不要な責任を感じるでしょう。お前に任せてよかったよ。で、指はちゃんと上に提出しましたよ。あなたに渡すと虎杖君に食べさせるでしょう。でも、本当に復帰させていいんですか？交流会で存在が公になれば、また上層部に狙われるのでは。As
per that one conversation with that old guy.
Got it, got it. Here we go.
ののみんもいる。なあなあ、早くみんなのとこ行こうぜ。ワクワクワクワクワクワクワクワク。
ユージ、もしかしてここまで引っ張って普通に登場するつもり？
違うの？
死んでた仲間が2月後、実は生きてましたなんて術師やってても
Tend to be a zombie.
やるでしょサプライズ。
Yeah.
サプライズ。
まあ僕に任せてよ。1年は嬉しさと驚きで泣き笑い。2年も京都ももらい泣き。おえつのあまり。
Why they don't even know him.
最終的に地球温暖化も解決する。
And the sun will put and the earth will put on sunglasses.
Well, I mean, that goes with solving global warming.
生きてるだけでサプライズでしょうよ。
なんでみんな手ぶらなの？
あ、お前こそなんだその荷物は。
何ってこれから京都でしょ？京都って姉妹校交流会。
京都の姉妹校と交流会だ。東京で。
Feels like she just wants to go places.
ですね、鮭。
去年勝った方の学校でやんだよ。
なってんじゃねえよバカ。
俺らは去年出てねえよ。去年は人数合わせでユータが参加したんだ。
What's that name again?
圧勝だったらしいぞ。京都でやったから見てねえけど。
許さんぞコツユータ。会ったことねえけどよ。
逆恨みだな。
鮭。
Salmon.
There's a bunch of new faces.
来たぜ。
Here we go.
あら、東京校の皆さんお揃いで。わざわざお出迎え？
But would you fight that guy in the back?
I don't know what the back is.
The one made of wood.
Me? No, I don't have any superpowers. Probably fight her. I can beat her.
I doubt that it's a third year, so.
Yeah, but you remember I've seen this show. I think I can beat her, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
彼は全員家の血筋だが、宗家よりよほど出来が良い。何か？
I mean, for you watching this reaction, If I'm brutally honest, I think I could beat her and Mai. Well, maybe not her. Mai, though. I think I could beat Mai. We know Mai's power is gun, so all I need is another gun.
If somebody's power is gun, they're probably better at you with
Better
gun.
at me. Look, I've been me for as long as I can remember, and I'm as good at me as I can be.
They're probably better than you at gun.
皆さんお揃いで私出張で海外に行ってましたね。これからお土産を配りたいと思います。
唐突だな。
時差ボケじゃない。
はい、京都のみんなにはとある部族のお守りを。歌姫の
All I'm saying, if I brought a gun to fight Mai with, I can certainly beat that other shorter girl.
Yes.
Because I already had gun.
大人って不気味ね。
個人の虎杖裕二くんです。全然嬉しそうじゃない。
It's more shock, most likely.
はい、京都の皆さん、これが少なの器、虎杖裕二くんですよ。京都の人らはお土産に夢中。
少なの器。どういうことだ。
お、学願寺学長。いやー、
It's your favorite guy too.
Hell yeah, baby.
死んじゃったらどうしようかと心配しましたよ。
クソガキが。
おい。なんか言うことあんだろ。
He's gonna beat the shit out of you.
黙っててすませんでした。
And that was that. Also, I got no voice lines.
Yep. Still a main character.
Sure.
2日間にわたって開催される東京京都姉妹校交流会第1日目団体戦。
Okay.
チキチキ呪霊討伐猛レース。ルールは簡単。
Okay.
You remember the first test in Firen?
Yes.
Kind of like that. Just
Got
with
it.
one bird, basically. And there's only 2 teams.
もちろん妨害行為もありなわけだが、あくまで君たちは共に呪いに立ち向かう仲間だ。交流会は競い合いの中で仲間を知り、己を知るためのもの。相手を殺したり、再起不能の怪我を負わせることのないように。以上、開始時刻の。
We all know Gojo is so strong that he has to be letting the principal do that.
Yeah. Or maybe the principal's just as strong as Gojo.
Uh-huh.
I doubt it, but...
Well, I mean, we already went over what Gojo's power was with the whole touch my hand, you know?
Yeah.
犬巻先輩は呪言した。言霊の増幅、強制の術式だからな。安全を考慮して語彙絞ってんだよ。死ねっつったら相手死ぬってこと？最強じゃん。
そんな便利なもんじゃない。
That's cool.
実力差でケースバイケースだけどな。強い言葉を使えばでかい反動が来るし、最悪自分に返ってくる。語彙絞るのはトゲ自身を。
So he's like a D&D character that can only talk in command spell.
で、先輩はなんで喋れんの？新種のパンダとか？
人の術式をペラペラと。
いいんだよ。トゲのはそういう次元じゃねえから。んなことよりユージ。戸ざま返せよ。
Would lead you to not performing exaggerations, right? Like, you say something I'm impressed by, and I say, get out of town! Fuck! Get back here!
壊した。帰ってこねえ。
城先生が持ってるよ。
あのバカ目隠し。だな。で、どうするよ。団体戦形式はまあ予想通りとしてメンバーが増えちまった。作戦変更か？時間ねえぞ。
他か。
そりゃ有事次第だろう。何ができるんだ。
殴る蹴る。
そういうの間に合ってんだよな。
A room full of techniques, and I got kicks and
死
punches.
んでる間何してたかは知りませんが、東京校京都校全員呪力なしで戦い合ったら虎杖が勝ちます。
Yeah. Man can brawl.
戦ってるめぐみが言うんだ。信憑性はある。面白い。
She's like,
Also-
for real though.
Also implying that they all have a plan, and now they're wondering what to do with Yuji because Yuji doesn't know any plan.
事故として処理する。遠慮も躊躇もいらんぞ。
嫌だな。殺すも何も彼死なないか
What,
ら
like-
ここにいるんですよね。
Like, make him dead.
さっきの虎杖の死は自死だと聞いておる。
I think they call that suicide.
敵対自死にとどめを刺すとき気をつけねばならんことはかも。
はい。死後呪いに転ずることを防ぐために呪力で殺します。
そうだ。他者の呪力でしっかりとどめを刺せば何の問題もない。現在肉体の主導権は虎杖裕二にある。スクナが出てこなければただの一回生だ。くびるのはくだらん。勝手にやってる。
戻れ東堂。学長の話の途中だ。
11時から散歩番組に高田ちゃんがゲスト出演する。これ以上説明いるか。
録画すればいい。戻れ。
Record
リア
shit.
タイと録画両方見んだよ。なめてんのか。
そこかよ。
いいかお前ら。じいさんもよく聞け。女の趣味の悪いお前らには当の昔に失望して
Love my guy.
謀略策略勝手にやれ。ただし、
Okay.
指図してみろ。殺すぞ。
I'm not gonna listen here and talk about this plan to kill a guy.
どうします？
And if you try and stop me, I'll kill you.
作戦行動なんて無理ですよね。学長もどっか行っちゃったし、私あの人に殺されたくないですよ。いいんじゃないかな。
You can't stop a man with conviction.
まっしぐらだもん。勝手に暴れてくれるなら、私たちはゲームに専念すればいいんじゃない？でも私たちは虎杖裕二を殺さなきゃでしょ。マジでやんの？あの人、殺すまではやらないんじゃない？やりそうではあるけれど。
そうなると東堂を監視し、虎杖裕二にとどめを刺す役が必要だな。
私は嫌だ。
I feel like Mai doesn't have much of a choice but to try and kill people she's fighting.
ちょうどいいですか？
Yeah.
Power of gun. Either you get lucky and you wing them to death, or into not fighting.
交流会以前の問題。
Maybe she has the power of Final Fantasy gun, which is weaker than sword.
Yeah.
待って、虎杖君と犬巻君が一緒にいたらどうするの？呪言師を前にガン首揃えるのは少しリスキーだよ。最悪一網打尽にされちゃうんじゃ。
確かにな。
いや、あれは来ると分かっていればそこまで怖い。
Let's just put your fingers in your ears.
マキは私にやらせて、できれば茶髪の1年も。
その発言、東堂と同レベルだよ。
それで話って？
あ、なんで切れてんの？
別に切れてないけど。
This is certainly going to be the episode that's going to give me the most bored
僕
work.
何もしてないし。
Mm-hmm.
高専に呪詛師、あるいは呪霊と通じている奴がいる。
ありえない。呪詛師ならまだしも呪霊と。
そういうレベルのが最近ゴロゴロ出てきてんだよね。人号開始、徒党を組み計画的に動いている。本人は呪詛師とだけ通じてるつもりかもしれないけど、京都側の調査を歌姫に頼みたい。
私が内通者だったらどうすんの？
So this is also kind of indicates that the people at the top also don't all know what's going on.
Yep.
私の方が先輩なんだよ。
虎杖大丈夫か？
おう、なんか大役っぽいけど。
Yeah, he
なんとかな
seems.
るぜ。
そうじゃねえ。何かあった？
Really, he has a second lease on life right
な
now.
んもねえよ。あった。けど、
This is more of a
大丈夫
mortgage,
なのは本当だよ。むしろそのおかげで
considering you owe it
誰に
to
も負けたくねえんだ
the
わ。
school not to kill you at any given moment.
俺も割と負けたくない。
It's a somewhere between a mortgage and a lease to own. You know?
It can't be a lease to own because I do plan to kill you. There's no end where it's not I get away to live, so you can't really own your life at that point.
Fair enough. Let me pose real cool.
I went by faster than I remember the first time. Yeah, new ending too.
I just love how we went to like a slow jazz break at the end.
Well, it's the song. I thought you were gonna say into I don't know what you would call it. I don't do these things, so I don't know what they're called. Instagram?
The aspect ratio changed.
Yeah, this. But I mean, it's like phone aspect ratio for like Instagram or YouTube Shorts or...
Yeah, I don't Instagram.
I mean, I've made YouTube Shorts out of the content on the channel. I haven't in a while because before I had a lot more time to edit. Now I'm constantly editing what we produce as soon as we produce it.
We are cranking out that content, you know?
Yeah, no complaints. Just means I don't have time to make shorts anymore.
I don't know how I feel about this ending compared to the other one. I'll have to see if it grows on me.
The other one was certainly more energetic.
Yes.
This one's clearly more of an emotional vibe. Like, hey, we're all friends, right?
This ending feels like the goal was nostalgia.
もさ、ああいうのやんなきゃ。
やったらやったで怒るじゃないですか。
いらっしゃい。
Okay.
Pretty sure that guy features in Zom 100. That or
I
this
would
is just
love
a
to go to a
common...
sushi place like that.
高田ちゃんは何が好きなの？
赤紐ですね。常温の日本酒とこれがうまいんだ。
いくつだっけ？
あ
I guess we just asked once and didn't inquire any further.
20歳の時からだから。
となると300年くらい前ですか？
Oh, I get it. You're a bitch.
いいよマジ。赤いもんね。
そっちももらっていいですか？
いいわけねえだろ。
ごめんなさい。
仕上がっているな。さすが高田ちゃんだ。
先生。
That's so weird.
え、意味あんの？
オーシャンパシフィックピース。
マジ？
I don't know that.
Fighting stuff.
Yeah, I remember being so excited when I saw that preview the first time. Because it looked like Toto was about to start fighting. Well, remember, we saw him fight like in episode 8 at the very beginning. And then the concept of this sister school exchange event, and I was like, okay, awesome, get to see them fight again. And then this whole episode, he's there for watching a thing at the very end, and he kicks a door and walks away.
Exactly. He's like, yo, I gotta... my soap opera's on. I gotta go watch this.
I get about as much as you get of your character, except your character is like the narrator, basically. He tells everyone what we're gonna do. My guy cock blocks me on fights.
My character has, from what I've seen, has the daddest vibe of all of the characters.
Depends on what you mean by the daddest vibe. How do you want to define that?
Like, it seems like if anyone was gonna say, if one of the students were to say, for example, "I'm tired," he seems like the character who would say, "Hi, tired. I'm so and so."
I'm gonna argue on that one.
He just has, like, it's a big part of it's the physical appearance of it. He looks the daddest of them all.
I don't know even if it looks the daddest of them. My problem is that I'm scrambling to try and remember the new people without instantly having the board available to do so. Does he look? I think Gojo looks the daddest of them all.
Gojo's too cool to... No, Gojo looks like a cool dad, but not the daddest of them all.
I am so disappointed that was the first thing you said. He's too cool. Gojo is too cool. You've fallen into the pit.
Gojo has the look of a cool dad. I don't think that he is too cool. I don't... at this point, he's not even in my top 5.
I mean, given that we've already seen his type of humor and, like, the stupid ending thing where, you know, it's like how quirky we are with all the characters, and it's him trying on different weird clothes of a younger generation, I feel like his would be pun-based humor.
I see where that opinion comes from.
Well, it's also the fact when it comes to your guy, he doesn't look like dad vibes to me. He looks like a principal. And I know he is a principal, but he looks like a principal too.
He looks like a sports dad.
No. If there was a guy who looked like a sports dad, it'd be my guy, Toto. He'd be the actual...
Toto's too buff.
That's what I'm saying. He's sports dad. He's sports dad who likes working out. He's gym bro sports dad. Right?
Well, he's the guy that becomes sports dad.
Well, no, I'm saying he's not like Sunday soccer with a kid sports dad. He's like...
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
He's like, I got picked up at the gym to teach Little League, and I'm making these kids run laps now. And I gotta talk to their moms because they got home crying, and I gotta teach these people I'm serious about what this is and what I'm doing. I'm a gym bro.
Yes. So if that's the case, that's your guy. My guy is the dad who stays in the sports dad who stays in shape and talks to the soccer moms because they all talk to him first.
I know you yes-anded me, which means I should have buy-in to just say yes to what you said. However, I've always been the no-but guy, and
hey,
I feel like your guy.
If you're not a fan of the back end, that's okay. You can roll with no butt if you want.
I have to be a fan of the back end. My guy is all about girls with big butts. If you might remember, he's the one guy we know is about that.
Yes.
But the no butt here is I feel like your guy isn't anything to do with sports. Your guy is the businessman who works too much.
He's wearing a tracksuit.
No, he's not. He's wearing the school uniform. Also, I feel like your guy is the businessman house husband who doesn't have time for his kids. That's what he has the look of. I gotta be back in at the office at 6 a.m. Otherwise these sales aren't going to be made. And we weren't going to have enough money to afford the yacht that we want.
The facial hair is not scruffy enough, but I see where you're coming from that.
Oh no, I'm like totally disregarding the facial hair. The facial hair is the most humanizing aspect of him. I just think he's got this, like he's rigid, He's got the stance. He speaks seriously. If it wasn't for the fact his power was like toys, it's just he screams Nanami. What's his name? Is it Nanami? Nami, right?
Yeah.
The 9-to-5er. His stance screams 9-to-5er to me.
We see two different things on that stance.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I'm totally surprised that you said, "Oh, this could be my favorite character." I feel like we're just solidifying him as your favorite character the more we go back and forth. Like,
hell yeah, we
if
are.
any of the new people do anything cool, you're gonna be like, "Well, I'm already all in on the principal, though."
Like again, it's the energy. It's gonna be tough to top the energy, and the power set is just cool on top of it.
Yeah, it is gonna be tough to top the energy, considering he's been a background character ever since he's appeared. In fact, the biggest thing about him so far has been other characters' inability to get to him.
Now, I am fine with that. That's his superpower.
I just mean every time he's ever been come up, it's been, I'm on my way to see him, and then something happens. Or even the other principal is waiting to see him, and then Gojo interrupts that to have a conversation, and then we never see him talk to the other principal.
Sometimes that's how she goes.
Yeah. Well, again, like I said, we'll figure it out. I'm giving you to the end of the season to decide. And if you end up deciding on the principal, it's just going to be the fucking principal then. But I want you to at least see everybody first.
I understand.
Or as many people as possible. Obviously, you can't see everybody. This show introduces people without the gang.
You're not, yeah. A lot of bodies.
Alright, anything else to talk about this episode?
No, it seemed to just be a lot of setup for what we're going into versus its own episode. Like, it was very much like the closest you're going to get to a slice of life in the middle of a tense moment.
Oh, I don't know about that. The 9-to-5er backstory episode was literally a slice of life.
But that wasn't a slice of life in a tense moment. Like, this was basically like, there's going to be a tournament. They set up, I want you to kill this guy. We'll cover it up.
I think we're doing some different definitions of slice of life. I mean, slice of life is in like the anime terminology, which is like daily life of a character in a normal circumstance. This was, as you already said, this is a very set-up episode where we go over what the first round is going to be with the teams going after a tier 2 curse spirit. And you can fight one another, but remember, you're going to have to fight together or something later on. And then one team saying, oh, we have a plan about how to handle stuff, and Yuji's not going to be a part of that plan because he wasn't here for the planning. And then the other team saying, hey, I'm the principal and I want you all to kill Yuji, but don't worry about it, it's all going to look like an accident. And then Toto saying, I have stuff to watch, I'm going to record it and then watch it again.
No, it was fun setup.
All right. Well, that being said, I think we're going to wrap up here. Once again, I have been Theta. This has been Justin. We have been Stoneface Reactions, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?